Good morning everyone and welcome to the calm before the storm. Ooh. Good morning guys, and a very warm welcome indeed to this week's episode of One Man and His Boat. And yes, the calm before the storm, because it is here. Storm Amy is about to hit us within the next 12 hours and it's going to be here for about a week. The strongest of that is going to be sort of Saturday, Sunday. It is now Thursday today and the winds to start tickling up this afternoon. So my task today, if it all goes according to plan, and you know what plans are like at fishing, is we need to go out and we're going to grab another fleet. Now, if you've watched last week's video, this is the next day for me, it's a whole week for you. So I'm going out to grab one more fleet and bring that in for the end of the summer season. And that means we'll only have 6 fleets left in the water. And I'm itching to get started at it, I really am. But it's just been one thing after another with these improvements. But now we're about ready to rock and roll. But of course, as soon as we're ready, that's when the weather decides, hello, I'm showing face again. Welcome to autumn. So we'll just put the head down, we'll get on with it, and we'll see what happens. Also, I never got a chance to actually clean the boat properly after our refurbishment, and there's a bit of tidying up to do, so we're going to do that once we come back in from getting this fleet. And then we'll probably go and tuck the boat back through the old harbour, out of the way, out of harm's way more than anything. And that'll be it. Tied up for another week. Oh dear, here we go. First things first though, always safety, always make sure you have your life jacket. And I have my cutaway knife on my person, as well as on the boat of course. Right, it looks like young Callum's doing the same thing as myself. He's bringing gear in. A lot of the boats have already done all this. Oh my goodness. Somebody's feeding the gulls toast, I think. They're getting toast this morning. Jeff, over there mate. Yeah, so where was I? Oh yeah, Callum Thompson, he's now bringing gear in as well. Everybody else has been slowly bringing gear in. I mean, the pier is absolutely lined with gear now, so that's good. It's giving us more space out there to work. However, we have some visiting boats. Now, there's a lot to be said about it. I don't know how I feel about it, and I don't know what their intentions are, but mere different boats with industrial fishing type fishing isn't a good idea. But everybody has a license to fish. You make your own mind up how you feel about it, but it's not a good, when they're industrial fishing it's not good. And I mean by industrial fishing I mean thousands of creels, not hundreds, thousands. So I'm not going to say any more on the subject, but we are watching. And I've already moved my little tenders out the way for me coming back in with this fleet, because I want to put it up next to my other fleets, because I have to leave this section clear for Friday. The yacht club's famous for this. Every year the yacht club actually lifts their yachts out of the harbour, and every time they book the crane, I can guarantee you it's going to be a reeking gale of wind. And of course Storm Amy's on her way, and they're due tomorrow. That'll be interesting. I think the crane driver can do up to 25 mile an hour. After that they can't do any lifting, so good luck to the yacht club this week. I hope you do get the lift out, but the way that forecast is, ooh, I think it's going to be touch and go. Yeah, you wouldn't actually believe it, but up where I live up in the hills and the valleys. Yes, I'm a hillbilly. It's actually a reeking gale of wind up there, but it's a southerly wind, so we usually get harder up there that way, and down here is just lovely. But that's all to turn. That is all to turn. We're getting strong southwesterlies. I'll show you in a minute on my phone actually. Aye, it's just going to swing all over the shop. So yeah, fun and games guys, fun and games. This is the thing about the inshore sector that all the politicians and all the rule makers didn't get. We are so limited by what we can actually do out in the North Sea because of the size of our vessels. But we all get tarred with the same brush. You know, it's just... Aye. The way I always say, you didn't ask an electrician to bake you a cake, do you? Exactly. So why should somebody in an office dictate to us on supposed science on how our fishery is doing? This week actually, there's a big hoo-ha that the mackerel are done. Absolutely done. The scientists are asking the government to put a 77% blockage on actual catching mackerel, because they reckon that's how much they've been getting caught. They've dwindled their numbers that far down. Well, if they'd publicise their scientific finding and let everybody make their mind up for themselves, then I would give a hum and a haw. But scientists will always they'll always tell you what they've been told by the highest bidder. I maybe giving scientists an unfair advantage, but they've got to have their they've got to get their funds from somewhere to do what they do. And of course everything's budgeted these days, isn't it? So yeah. And I know I sound like a greedy fisherman, I take. But you know, if you've watched my channel long enough, you know I'm not like that. I've been brought up to respect the sea, to respect what's in the sea, and to take only what's necessary from the sea. And that's what I'm trying to teach to you guys. Whether some of you are listening or not, that's all on you. Right, anyway, just slaving a whole lot of nonsense this morning. Right, let's go. Can use my new toy this morning. Look, no hands. Oh, I love it. Oh, excuse me. Frog's back. Now we've got, talking about scientists, we've got actual good news. Now I was approached by a doctor of aquatic science, and he's very keen to put a little sounder onto our creel rope so he can listen out for his whales and dolphins and all the rest of it. So I said to him, I says, I'm very keen on that because I want to know myself exactly what's going on in our waters. But I asked him to say, will you be able to hear the noise coming from the turbines and from the cable? Aye, no bother at all. I says, would you mind sharing that information with me so I can tell you guys? Not a problem, he says. He says, right, hunky-dory. Unfortunately, that was when I started all these improvements, and we're now a month behind. So whether he's still keen for it or no, I don't know. I'm going to get in touch with him after I'm finished today, tell him the lay of the land, what's coming, and what my plan is, and we'll see if we can tie in. So hopefully, I'm hoping that we get a nice interview with him, and he'll explain to you who he is and what he does and why he's doing this. So, something for you guys to look forward to. And he's quite willing, by the way. apparently he's no camera shy, so that's a good thing. Right, where's my fleet? Oh, I'm away the wrong way. Should be across there. Thing is, this fleet that I'm going to collect, I've no idea if this is the one I want to bring in, but it's coming in now, so that'll no matter. Right, that's a bit better. I'm looking forward to getting up a wee bit earlier in the mornings. It's 8:30 now. I mean, that's lazy man timings. But for the amount of work I've got to do this morning, there's no point getting up super early, disturbing all the caravans and tour buses up in the car park. But yeah, it's a lovely old day. It's a better day than it was yesterday. Yesterday there was an increase in southeasterly swell, but it seems to have turned round a wee bit to the northeast, the swell now. So that's interesting. And it will swing about, especially what's coming. Oh, that's what I was going to show you, wasn't it? I do apologise. Too much twittering on. Aye, Winguru. Right guys, here we go, can you see that? Well, all the purple is what's to come over the weekend, and it just keeps going and going. Oh, that might be alright. Oh, it's changed. It's only up to Wednesday. Oh no, there we go, more purple. Anyway, we'll watch what we're doing. We'll keep an eye on it. When it comes to weather, I normally only 48 hours in advance I usually go by. That gives you enough time to do what you've got to do. Now, because we're only going to have 6 fleets left in, I'm intending to bring the ones from the east up towards the harbour, so just in case it is a bad winter, because we're due it, because last winter was blooming brilliant. Spring was good, summer was good. You're not going to get another season that's good, and if you do, wow. But mind you, everything's all changing these days. Yeah, I think some of these fishermen are going to get a fright. There seems to still be an awful lot of ends out here, even though some of the boats have brought a lot of gear in, some of them haven't. If they don't watch what they're doing, they are going to be in a bit of trouble, I would imagine. Now, that's one thing I wanted to talk about. Yes, I'm a bit talkative this morning, I apologise. Right, last week's vlog I was telling you all about my buyer, and you know, everybody knows the way I fish. I mean, all I've fished this year is 135 to 150 pots maximum, and I fish 3 pots every single day. So it's so sustainable, it's just unbelievable. It's the only sustainable way you can fish. But everybody else has got 2 or 3 sets of that type of gear. Now, if your lobsters are sitting in that gear for 4, 5, 6 days before you've got a chance to get round to it, then they're going to be pretty sick by the time they get it back to my buyer. Now, my buyer has never seen the hospital. This is a separate pond that he's got for sick lobsters, so full. And it's all because the guys are putting more and more gear in to compensate for low prices, for poor fishing. But in the long run, it's going to burn their toes, really, because the ground will only take so much punishment from that. And that's why I'm a bit concerned about these industrial fishers coming into our grounds as well. I mean, the last thing the ground needs is more pressure with more gear. And this is the thing that I want to take to the Scottish Government, why they aren't managing creel numbers. Creel numbers is the only key. Last 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 2.5 to 3 years ago, they finally made a decision that you're not allowed to land berry hens throughout the year. So obviously every fishing boat took a big hit for that because we were all landing them. 1/4 of your wages per year, you've lost maybe more. So once again, it's always the fisherman that's taking the hit. But if they start managing things correctly over a long period of time, things will get better. Prices might actually go up if you've got less gear to catch it, give the lobsters a more chance to actually grow, because that's the problem we're finding. Back when I was a laddie, average size of lobster would have been that. But now they're all just gaugers. And so it's, yeah, the species is definitely under threat. And if it's no managed soon, then it's going to be a fishery lost once again. And we've already lost so much in our fishing industry, all because of poor management for the government. And yes, the guys could actually do things for themselves. But you've got to remember, these guys are out here to make money. They're out here to pay their mortgages. They're out there to pay their bills. They're out here to actually try and save for their retirement. And how can they do that with everything against them? So I hope that puts it in a little bit clearer position for all you guys, for the strain that's under a fisherman's weight, honestly. And it's all, we've got to justify our existence for pen pushers. It's just wrong. We're a food source. We should be treated as such. We should be managed correctly. I mean, after all, the government units get a big healthy paycheck every week or every month, however they get paid, to do their job, but they're getting paid not doing their job. You know, it's, aye. Anyway, tell you what guys, you make your own mind up on that. You make your own mind up on that. I'm giving you the facts. You figure out the pros and cons. Right, yesterday the Creels were absolutely minging, and I'm expecting no different today. Right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Oh no, this one's supposed to come in. I can see the flags. The flags get hammered on all. Now guys, everything in the creel will be dumped because it's they'll just be sick. I mean, it's been over a month. If you've watched last week's vlog, you'll know it's been over a month since I was last at sea. So I've got a mummy and a wee in and they bait good. Oh, wee cuddling. Size lobster. Yeah. How long you been in there, pal? Ah! Come here, kid, come here. Wee cuddling. Beautiful. Put him that side so the birds don't get him. There's away. So got a wee swimming crab and a baby lobster and a little fishy. Come on, son. Oh no, you're knackered. Thing is, with these depths, some of the fish, because the creel's coming up so fast, they burst their swim bladders, and they can't swim back down. Bless them. He's trying his damnedest. Ooh, starfish! Oh, he's been had. God, there's another one. Oh, he got it down. Hey, well done. That beauty, nice male lobster. Now, people at home are probably shouting at the screen saying, Barry, you're nuts. But we are still getting summer prices with autumn catching lobsters, so yeah, it's not a good scenario for the fishermen. But hey, oh, it is what it is. Hello, Sammy. Sammy Seals popped up to say hello. Well, we'll go and say hello to him. Hello, kiddo. How you doing? You alright? I've not got anything for you, pal. I'm sorry, I've got no fish. Eh? No fish whatsoever. I know. Terrible fisherman, eh? I mean, imagine having no fish. Barry. Jeez Louise. Sorry, mate. You might get something if I chuck out the creel. Ah, he's chasing the birds now, is he? Our beautiful male lobster. If anybody's wondering what tune I'm humming, it's from King George from Hamilton. The girls went and took me to see it last Sunday there, and for some reason that jingle can't get out of my head. Oh dear. Now lobby, and we've got a little kettle, little male brown crab. There's nothing for you, kiddo. Yep. Yeah. Our female berry hen, she's gone back. Oh my god, look at the life in here. That's it, come on, here you go. And you as well, pal. What a kid. Another big berry hen, she's got a week. Nothing else week. Everybody's wondering what I'm picking at. It's little squat lobsters. Got to throw everything back we can. And that's what makes us sustainable. Come on, kid. Come on. There we are. Oh dear. Oh my God, hundreds of them. Wow. Woo. Oh shit. Sorry if I'm taking too long. Ooh, big poofer. La 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 da da la da 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 da. Twing. That's the last creel. Oh, look at the weed on it. Tons it. Right. There we go, guys. Done and dusted. Let's get home and on the pier. So that was quite interesting to see what was actually in the creels for the length of time they've been lying. I mean, over a month easy. And I'm looking forward to getting back out and getting today what we do best and getting actually creels pulled for profit. Be a wee while yet though, the way that forecast is. And of course, it's basically from here east that my gear is, so we'll figure it out. Always do. And I'm sorry guys, once again, for the second week in a row, you're not getting the vlog that you really want. But we can only do what we're given. And unfortunately for us, it's yeah, it's the hand we've been dealt, so we're dealing with what we've been dealt with. Oh no! You're kidding me on! Fudge! Oh God, I need to turn that automatic pilot off. How the hell's that? Did I get them in my screw? Right, I see the doodah, but I see it in my screw. Oh dear, 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 dear. Hey, in for a bit of blooming drama. Come on, drift, drift, drift. How the hell's that? Eh, just goes to show you, even though you know which way the rope's running, things might change. I hope I've not got that in the screw, I tell you. Da da dee dee dee. Right, that's straight up and down. Come on, you're nearly there. Oh my God, spanner. What depth we're in? 13 fathoms, so he's had everything out. I'm hoping it's just caught the front of the boat. We'll find out in a second. Wow, that's some end. Oh no, we're clear, we're clear. Must have rubbed. Oh, thank goodness for that. Barry! Oh, you frickin' idiot. You see that? See, I've cleaned his rope up. It must have been that. I must have just caught the rope stem of the boat. Right, that's leading that way. Let's get the hell out of here. Oh, that could have been interesting. Now, was that skipper error? I would say so. I understand why Graham's got a lot of rope out as well, because basically his boat's tied up. It's needing a new engine. And as per everything these days, it's taking a long time to sort everything out, especially with insurance companies. Biggest rip-off gone. So yeah, he needs, anyway, I've not explained about his rope. He needs the rope out just in case weather comes and he can't get out to his gear, because he's actually borrowing another fisherman's boat when another fisherman is finished at sea. So poor Graham's having late days. Right, can we get on to what we were supposed to be doing? Right, there we are. Right, back on to normal programming. Ah dear, Jeff's going to love that one for editing. Then, I hope I kept the swearing down to a minimum. I actually got a row from my mother about that. She says, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages. And she says, then you go and swear. Oops. It's fisherman talk. I'm trying to give you the reality of what actually fishing's all about. And aye, everything that goes along with it. And cursing is one of those things. Trust me, because I'm in front of the camera, this is tame. Oh, what a morning! Hey, when you get a scenario like that, your heart skips a beat, I swear to God. Just like, oh dear. This is why it's always sensible to go to sea when there's other boats about. When you go out by yourself, you're risking. You're relying on the emergency services after that. And with emergency services comes the MCA and toot, especially if you're a commercial vessel. Right, I want to see this, I want to see that, I want to see that. Oh, I need to justify my job. Hey, look, it's the sea. Accidents happen. You've seen how that happened. Right? But these pen pushers, they all think because it's on a bit of paper they can control it. You can't control anything at sea. You can make precautions, yes, and I agree with precautions. However, sometimes they take it beyond the ridiculous, especially when they paint one size of vessel like the rest of them. I mean, I'm a 6 metre boat, but I've got to comply with a 10 metre ruling, all because I've got a flush deck. And to me, flush decks are safer than open boats. Open boats, if the water comes in the boat, you've got to try and get the water out the boat. With a flush deck, if the water comes on the boat, the water goes off the boat just as quick as it came on, if you've got the right size scuppers. But we'll not talk about scuppers in the MCA, because they think that you should have things like that. Okay? Yeah, that big on a wee boat. Right? Frickin' idiots. Anyway. And that wasn't a moan, that was just a general observation, shall we say. I'm not in a moaning mood today, even with that. In fact, I'm saying that top of the time's 20 to 11, it's only 10 past 9 now. There's something no very nice about going out and not coming back in with anything to land. But hey, it's better that than sick lobsters. Because there's nothing worse when you get your tally sheet at the end of the week and then you've got a wee circle at the end of it saying how many lobsters were sick or how many lobsters died on you. Nothing worse than that. I like a clean sheet. But that's just me though. I blame the army for that. Everything had to be done bang to the number. That's how I like doing things. So what am I going to be doing while Storm Amy's here? Well, I've got the VAT to do, I've got books. Oh, there's a heron up there. Jeff, on top of the Harbour Master's office, mate. He's having a wee nose. Hello, kiddo. Wow. Standing there loud and proud. Yeah. Once again, our beautiful RNLI in Dunbar Harbour. Best place for it to be. It's always nice to know they're only a stone throw away. Especially what happened out there. I mean, if none of the other boats to come and help me, then at least you've got them as a backup. God, Lady Angela seems a wee bit far back. It's actually cleaner than yesterday. But mind you, my coat didn't fare so well. Right, let's get these wee things cleaned up. Oh! One man and his boat fans. So Artura's just come in. There we are. Right, okay. Right, so now that I've done that, what I'm going to do is actually get the boat squared away, get her washed in properly with my blitzer. Because, like everything I do, I made a holy mess. Right, blitzing, cleaning, that's what it is next. But it is necessary, and I'll tell you why. You see all that rubbish there, all that weedy stuff? You know, all that gets blocked in these wee drains. So that's what happens when the compartments fill up with water. So I do have plans to replace the hatch, and we're going to put bigger and more drainage in. However, this is all part of an MCA thing as well. It's hard to explain really. When they took over from Seafish for doing they were doing the safety aspect of it to begin with. That was the flares, the life jackets and all the rest of it on. But then Seafish gave up the ghost and wanted to concentrate on just promoting fishing, and passed the buck to the MCA. Now the MCA are now in control of who does what, when, where and how on your vessel, and being a government group, they've not got a clue. And when they were first come into taking over, they were telling boats with flush decks just exactly like mine to put silly wee wells in and then pump the water out, which does not make sense at all, because pumps get clogged, as you can see with weed and that. It tells you all in the hatches what you're seeing in front of you. It doesn't take a lot of weed to block up a pump. You can put all the grates you want in it, but as soon as that grate's full of weed, it's no sucking any water in, so that you're still getting more water and more water and more water. So for a flush deck boat to be having pumps and wells in just doesn't make common sense, but we know what government groups and common sense are like. So yeah, it's a thing that needs to be addressed on this boat, I know that much. So I've already tied in with our welder Yuri. He's the one that made the gantry and the cat catcher. Well, he welded it. I done all the cutting and the thing. I'm not letting him take all the credit. But we're going to knock our heads together and we're going to make a brand new hatch and a brand new hatch frame. We're going to put more drainage in, and we're going to put, I think, a bigger area for the water to catch. So we've still got a lot of thinking about to do so, but it's definitely in the plans for spring, and it's not going to come cheap. I mean, I'm budgeting £5 for it, but what price it comes in at, I don't know. Well, I guess we'll find out as time moseys on. But yeah, another expense. I mean, I had high hopes that this was going to be it, but yeah, man, be. Right, anyway, I've talked long enough, let's go and get some work done. Oh. So I want to thank you if you got this far into the vlog. It just shows you what it takes to actually keep even a little boat like this in a sort of working condition. Obviously, if you look after your vessel, it should last you the length of time, and need this vessel to last me my lifetime, so I've still got a few years yet, guys. I know, you're going to have to pelt me on a Saturday. So guys, there you go. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Please write a comment below if you have any questions, and please, please, please subscribe to the channel. That's always very helpful indeed in YouTube land. Until your next vlog, my friends, you all take care of yourself. All the very best.